Hello everyone, MightyNifty here, and today we are going to be making Spinach Pastizzi. This is an Italian dish inspired by my recent review of Batman Arkham Origins. This one is going to be the Deathstroke recipe because there are so many different ingredients here, it really shows Deathstroke's versatility. So let's get started. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is put some olive oil into a frying pan on medium heat, and then you're going to want to throw in your diced onions. And you're going to want to cook these until they are translucent. Giving them a stir every now and again is always pretty helpful. Just make sure they keep moving and you should be all set. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to season this with a little bit of paprika, a little bit of salt, and some pepper. Once your onions have browned nicely, you can see there they look nice and caramelized, beautiful golden color. You're just going to want to push them a little bit aside and get your garlic in there. It's about 1 clove of garlic that's been finely chopped, and we're just going to stir that in, and we're going to cook the garlic for about 1 minute. Once your garlic has been cooked, you're going to want to dump in about 2 to 3 tablespoons of water and stir that around. What this is going to do is it's going to allow the onions and the garlic to soften up a bit. Alright, and once your water has reduced a fair amount, you still want it to be a little damp. You just want to take that off the heat and set it aside to cool. Now, in a medium-sized bowl, you're going to want to place your cooked spinach. If you want to see how we made that, you can see that in the video posted yesterday. I will have a link right here. Then you want to add your onion garlic mixture, and next up is about a half a cup to a cup of ricotta cheese. Ricotta cheese. Ricotta. I don't care how you say it. It's ricotta cheese, just throw it in. It's going to be delicious. Next up, you're going to want to add some grated Parmesan. This is actually more of a personal thing, you can add as much as you want. Then we're going to add some dried parsley. Now the reason for this is because we're going to be baking this in the oven, and fresh parsley is going to burn a little bit, so I like to use the dried stuff. Then I'm going to add just a pinch of nutmeg. You can freshly grate it if you want. Since it's in this mixture, it's not as important. And I tasted it, I wanted to add a little bit more pepper. Now, you gotta get your hands dirty. I know, some people don't like to do this. You can use a spoon if you, want to take twice as long. But I like to just use my hands and just keep mixing until this is thoroughly combined. Then what you're gonna want to do is chill this in the fridge for about a half hour. Alright, and now for the fun part. You're going to take a floured work surface and lay down 1 sheet of defrosted puff pastry. I mean, of course you could make this yourself, but it's completely unnecessary. The frozen stuff is just as good in this case. And you're going to want to take your rolling pin, flour that up a little bit, and then you are going to want to roll this out to as thin as possible without tearing it. Alright, and once your puff pastry has been completely rolled out, you just want to take your knife and just run that through and cut it into whatever size you like. I actually like to just cut it into ninths, and make sure you hold it so that you don't slide it off the counter like I almost did. But yep, just cut it into ninths and you should be all set. And now for the good part. You're going to want to take your mixture, ball it up into about whatever size is appropriate for the size of sheet that you cut it into. And you're going to want to make it about half as big as the sheet while also leaving an outside border around to close it on top of itself. If you want to know what I'm talking about, just skip forward a little bit and see when I fold them on top and close them up, and that should give you a good idea as to the correct size of mixture for the pastizzi. Alright, and up next you're going to want to take a little bowl of water and just drizzle some water around the inside of your puff pastry that is exposed anywhere where your stuffing isn't. And this is going to make it so that it sticks to itself when we close them up. That way they don't fall apart in the oven or break and have all the good deliciousness fall out. You want to keep the deliciousness inside, keep it alive. Alright, I'll stop now. Alright, and now on to the best part, where we are going to take the back half and fold it over the mixture and the bottom half. Now, you can stretch this a little bit, just be careful not to tear it, and you're going to want to crimp this right up against the edges of your stuffing, just so that there's no air pockets, because air pockets will expand in the oven and they'll make it so that you get a lot more air inside than you do filling, and that's not what we want here. Then you're going to want to go around the outside and just press in just like this until you get all the way around. This is just creating a double layer to make absolutely sure nothing comes out of this pastry. Alternatively, you could just fold one corner over to touch the other corner and crimp it in a similar way. This is just another way of doing it. If you want to have some fun, you could decide on some shapes for yourself, and this one I'm actually going to roll up a little bit like a tortellini. So what I'm going to do is fold the corners in and kind of make it almost like a little package. So one corner, another corner, and there's the seal. So nice little package. I think it's cute. And for your last step, you're going to want to take some beaten egg and brush it over the top of your pastry. This is going to give it a nice clean coat on top and just make it look a little bit nicer. And then once you've brushed them all over, you're going to want to stick that into the center of a 400 degree Fahrenheit, 200 degrees Celsius oven for 25 minutes. And they should come out looking like this. Oh my god, don't those look delicious? I am not good at complimenting my own food yet. So, let's get a closer look. I hope you all enjoyed this recipe. I hope you all give it a try. More spinach videos will be coming soon. And as always, have a mighty nifty day today.